The largest exhibition of the life and art of Frida Kahlo makes its North American premiere right here in San Diego. Leslie Lopez is live in Point Loma with a preview. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brandy. Yes, this is a pretty incredible exhibition. This is the only place you can find all of Kahlo's paintings in one place. We'll explain as to how this was even a possibility and why it's here in San Diego. With me right now is Mariela Redmond and also Martin. And Martin, you two really coordinated. You're the producer of this and you're the curator to make this happen here in San Diego. But it's been in Germany for the past 4.5 years. Is that correct?
Right. We opened our museum in Germany in 2009 in Baden-Baden because Frida's father came from Baden-Baden. And my partner Hans-Jürgen and I are Frida Kahlo lovers, collectors, Mexico lovers, and we wanted to share our passion with anybody who wanted to see it.
All right, so Frida Kahlo, of course, one of the most famous artists in Mexico history. Vibrant life, very colorful, very rich, and she displayed that in her artwork. Tell me a little bit about what these paintings are, because, I mean, we know of 123 paintings that exist, but they can't all be in one place at one time.
Right, especially the originals. They cannot be in one place at one time. Part of the paintings are in the Blue House in Mexico City, and they cannot leave the Blue House, according to the last will of Diego Rivera. So one has to go to Mexico to see them. Many are in private hands. Madonna is a great collector.
Isn't that amazing? I know it.
Yes, and she never gives it for exhibitions. Some were destroyed, and nobody can see them now. So the only way to have them all in one place, because she painted her life, is like a biography on canvas, is through replicas. And we are the only one in the world that has received the authorization from Mexico to replicate all their works.
Martin, how did that happen? How did you become the only exhibition to be able to replicate these amazing paintings?
Well, because Mariela had that relationship, and you know, we are show producers out of LA, and we have been involved with a lot of major exhibits like Star Trek and Titanic, and we just thought this was a brilliant idea. It came to us from Mariela last March, and we turned it around, and we figured the United States, especially San Diego, with all the ethnic background and the mainstream demographics that we need, would be the perfect and ideal venue to start the tour in the U.S.
And, you know, it truly is. I mean, so close to Mexico, you are right, here in San Diego. But, you know, all throughout education, throughout California, children learn about Frida Kahlo. They go to high school learning about her, and then it continues on. So this is a very much not only an educational piece, but something so vibrant and beautiful to be a part of. What did you go through to get the right artists involved in replicating this? Because I imagine that was difficult.
It was mission impossible. Already to have the authorization was difficult. But once we got it, then we thought, and now who's going to paint it? We didn't want to have copies, because copies do that for a living. It's like, you know, producing a Fiat. But we wanted to have a Ferrari. And because we wanted that the artist would develop a feeling between artists. To artists, you see, those looks, they don't come from the canvas, they come from inside. And this is what needs to be given back to the visitors. At that time, we lived in China. And I still live in China, and we knew we were involved in the artist community of the largest art district in Beijing, 798. And from one artist, we had bought already his own paintings, and he's a fantastic portrait painter. So when we got the authorization, we thought that he could paint it. But he didn't want to, because you know, artists, they want to paint their own paintings and not replicas. But eventually,
you smooth it over.
Yeah.
and they're, you know, the original sizes and the original brilliant colors. If you compare them to the originals nowadays, they are obviously aged. So here you see the actual vivid colors, like when Frida actually painted them.
Well, and also the technique Looks very much the same, and the materials used very much the same. So that's all very beautiful, and what a treat for so many people, and so many people love Frida Kahlo. I mean, this is an incredible exhibit to just walk through and breathe her life. You know, it's incredible. Well, we're going to take a look as to what's happening out there in the weather department really quickly, because you guys need to know if you're going to come to this exhibition, what to wear. Wear something colorful. How about? And all computer models are agreeing that this is going to be the case. So get ready. Tuesday looks like a wet one out there. And then for your desert, we are going to see some 80s and 90s in the forecast. All right, live back out here. We're going to take a walk. We're going to show you what it looks like inside. Some of the most amazing things I'm looking forward to see as we cruise around this exhibit is some of her clothing. Those are also replicas and jewelry, and just pieces of her life. And incredible and amazing. And I'll send it back to you too, but a lot to look at this morning. So if you want to be inspired by color and by her life, this is kind of the morning show to watch, because she's an amazing, amazing woman. Back to you.
Yeah, and the paintings are really beautiful. I mean, we only saw a couple of them there, but they look amazing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and then of course, you know, she's just such an influential figure for a lot of people and women today. So, I mean, you look around, and it's also just impressive that one person did all this.
Yeah, and the paintings tell the story of her life.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Leslie.